What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stephen J, and I'm here with Simply Steve, and we're talking about wrestling. WWE, WWF, WCW, AWA, UWF, and might just kick in a little bit of TNA. So let's jump right into it. SummerSlam is over. I know big news, Brock Lesnar is the World Heavyweight Champ. As we can see in the background, well, you just missed it. Punk Cena was on there. Whining, man.
He's not whining.
He was whining.
Okay, let's compare this. Let's compare this to when he lost.
I'll tell you what I want. I want to fight Brock Lesnar.
That's not.
And this time, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because I want to fight Brock Lesnar. And I tell you what, I just don't want to fight him. I want to beat his day. That's what I want to do. I want to beat his butt. Shut up, man. That's not what we want to. And then I'm just going to jump right into it. So he gets his match with Bray Wyatt.
The dude was acting like he was Brock Lesnar.
So he hits him with a couple German suplex. Get up, get up, get up. And then they just ruined the match and turned it into a six-man tag, which was dumb. But do I want to see John Cena versus Brock Lesnar number two of this year? I know it's 3 altogether, but you can't talk about what happened in 2012. That was 2 years ago. So even though
it's 3, okay, but it's 2. Fine. Well, for the title, it's 2.
Okay. Floyd Mayweather. And I think it's Mania or whatever his name. That's number 2 because it's the second time. He didn't fight anyone else in between this guy. They fighting for a second straight time. Brock Lesnar and John Cena are fighting for a second straight time, so that's why I say it's 2. Technically, overall, it's 3, but that was 2 years ago, and technically, it doesn't really count from my aspect. It's not like him and The Rock. They fought at WrestleMania 2-2 or whatever. So again, I didn't like it. The whole thing as far as Cena's acting like he's mad, and again, it just comes off like he's whining. Yes, I'm going to admit Brock Lesnar kicked my butt, but I'm going to beat his butt. Well, how come he wasn't on? If you talking so big and bad of what you going to do to Brock Lesnar at Night of Champion, how come you didn't tell the world why you got your butt whipped on SummerSlams? Huh? If you telling everybody, I'm going to whip his ass. Then why didn't you do that in SummerSlam?
Okay, 30 seconds into the match, he hit an F5.
So what? Again, if you're all that big and bad that you're gonna beat Brock Lesnar, I think Ric Flair should have asked the question. Well, how come you didn't bring your A game in SummerSlam? It ain't like Night of Champions. It ain't like.
So came out strong.
I said it, and I say it again. SummerSlam is the WrestleMania of summer. If WrestleMania is the granddaddy, then SummerSlam is the son. No, SummerSlam is the father. It's something, but it's the WrestleMania of summer.
Last week you said it was the grandson.
Grandson, Night of Champions, In Your Face, or Extreme Rules. These are all minor pay-per-views. You got the 4 majors like in golf. WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and the Royal Rumble.
It's actually WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, then Survivor Series.
I didn't put it in order. I'm just saying the names of all 4.
Okay.
My point is, look, if you don't bring your A game on the small pay-per-views like Extreme Rules or like Night of Champions or just regular like Hell in a Cell or something like that, like you're just regular pay-per-view, then that's fine. But on the grand stage, you gotta bring your A game, like Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins did on SummerSlam, like the Usos did WrestleMania. No, they wasn't in WrestleMania.
It was in the pre-show.
Who was it that brought their A game at WrestleMania?
Brock and Taker?
No, Brock and them shocked. They shocked, but they didn't have no A game. That's for sure. It was somebody that had a really good show. I don't remember who it was. I think it may have been Wade Barrett.
At WrestleMania?
Somebody had a pretty good show. I don't know who it was. Anyway, but on the biggest pay-per-view, the second biggest pay-per-view, I'd say, after WrestleMania, you gotta bring your A game.
Well, what we saw last SummerSlam.
Don't wait till Night of Champions. I'm gonna bring my A game and I'm really gonna beat and trying to make everybody think that you're gonna win. Where was your A game? Yes, he hit you with the F5 in 30 seconds, but okay. Like the King kept saying, John Cena always comes back. Always come back. Get out of here with that, man. Take a break. Go make a movie. Go make a movie. I just didn't like. I like the fact that you had the three legends up there talking about it. Hogan, stop sucking up, man. I'm a fan of you, but stop sucking up.
I think John Cena, he can do it, brother. Remember he did it back in 2012, and that's not what you're seeing. And John Cena always comes because he's serious, dude.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my God.
Again, he gets out there and he whines, and I put that whine. Why do you think everybody was when he came out just like what? If you notice when he was talking, a lot of people were quiet because it's like, what? You can't even acknowledge. Oh, I got my butt whipped. That's all you acknowledge. No, give credit what credit is due.
No, he came out and Jerry Lawler said it. He's tired. He said, well, he basically said he came out. He's tired of people saying what he can and cannot do. He said, okay, what's John Cena gonna do now? And what's his mindset after he's got his butt whipped by Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam? He said he was tired of hearing all that, so he came out and he's like, I'm here to prove the naysayers wrong. Yeah, I got my butt beat at SummerSlam, but at Night of Champions, I'm bringing it back and I'm gonna get back the WWE Championship.
Okay, again, he got his butt whipped. Where's the credit I'm gonna give to Brock Lesnar? Yeah, he dominated me. He made me his, he ostracized me. He punked me. He did all that to me. I just didn't. I thought I could do it, and he just overwhelmed me to whatever. He didn't do that. He does the whole John Cena where he just can't give credit, which is why everybody doesn't like John Cena. And we're going to talk about that because when Brock Lesnar came out on last week, what they were saying, thank you Lesnar, thank you Lesnar, thank you Lesnar, because nobody wants to see Cena. Nobody likes Cena because again, he can't acknowledge, oh yeah, I lost to a better man. He had his A game, I wasn't on my A game, or he just swiftly went my, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
He came out, he was like, I lost to The Rock.
No.
Rock was a better man last night.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, when him and Rock, hold on. When him and Rock were in the ring, and they were in there with Jerry Lawler, and I forgot the two other guys that kind of did the same thing, but John Cena was like, you didn't beat me. You didn't beat me. I beat myself. Because if you see, I tried to do your move, and then because I got caught up, and then you caught me with the the rock bottom. Again.
And I'm talking about the night after WrestleMania. He came out. He was like, Rock was a better man. He came. He got me. I was in the moment.
I understand that.
But
again, when he met Rock face to face, when their rematch, what did he say? He said,
I remember that night. He said exactly what he said.
He said, "Oh, you didn't beat me." Again, that's one of the reasons why nobody likes him because
that's what Sean said when he lost. He didn't say you beat me, but he basically like, I can beat you. I can do it. I just slipped.
Yeah, he said I can. Okay, Sean gave it. Yeah, he beat me. But I know I can beat you. I know I can beat you. Let's do it again. John Cena didn't come back and say anything like Shawn Michaels did. Like, yeah, you beat me, but I know I can beat you. Let's just go at it again. He could have been Christian. One more match. I know I can do it. One more match. He didn't do that. Okay, he's sitting there acting like the way John Cena came out last night. He acting like he won the title. He acting like he won the title. Like, I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna beat him. You lost. You got ostracized. You got punked. I want to say he got raped. Because that's how badly he took his manhood. I mean, Brock had his way with John Cena. Ugh. There goes John Cena. And did you see the thing he did with Bray Wyatt with the German suplex? That, compared to what Brock Lesnar did to him, that just looked so weak.
It looked like he was struggling.
That looked so weak. Ugh. So we gonna, before we even go into Raw, we might as well just talk about John Cena. That was gonna be one of our subjects. John Cena. A lot of people, I was watching on the network last night, Monday Night Wars, and I saw I saw a video, they call it a shoot, but I saw the video on YouTube with Mick Foley. And the question was, why is it that nobody in the WWE universe likes John Cena? I'm telling you who likes John Cena. The ladies like John Cena for obviously reasons. And the kids like John Cena. But guys like us, we can't stand Cena. The fathers, the sons, they can't stand
the
Cena.
Teenagers, yes, but you just said the kids.
The kids, meaning like my son, my 11-year-olds and my 5-year-olds and people like him like John Cena. His age group. But as far as teenagers, meaning 15 and up to about 80, those grown men don't like John Cena. Because again, the question I saw on Bleacher Report was, could John Cena be successful as he is now in the Attitude Era? And the answer is no. The answer is no.
I remember you saying that. You said he would be a high mid-carder.
He would be a good mid-carder. He would be a good mid-carder. And I'm trying to think who was a good mid-card wrestler that, everyone liked, but he was just simply a mid-carder. Christian, even though he won the title twice, was a mid-carder. We know why he won the title, because Edge had to retire. Other than that, he would have never, ever won the title. But he was a great mid-card wrestler. Eddie Guerrero, he proved everybody wrong, but before he won the title, he was an excellent mid-card wrestler. Dolph Ziggler is an excellent mid-card wrestler. I was gonna say Miz, but he sucks right now. But Jeff Hardy was an excellent mid-card wrestler. He did rise to the occasion, but he was an excellent mid-card wrestler. There's a number of guys, so that's why I say John Cena. So again, the question is, why is it that nobody likes John Cena?
Before we move on to why nobody doesn't like John Cena, that list that you mentioned a couple days ago, or a couple of times that we did this ago, I was looking on that where superstars, modern superstars who wouldn't survive the Attitude Era. John Cena was number 10, so it's not like he was up in the top 3. He was 10. So like you said, yeah, mid-card. You want to know? I went all the way down the list. You want to know who was number 1?
Who?
Mark Henry, and he was in the Attitude Era, sort of, kind of.
Yeah, he was in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, and he was number 1.
Because he was part of the Nation.
And he was number 1. As a guy who would not survive the Attitude Era, and he was there.
I would say his match, Hell in a Cell match with The Undertaker, where The Undertaker threw him off into a truck, it was okay, but after the Mankind thing, it was just like, come on, you guys can't do this so many times or whatever. But he was a part of the Attitude Era. He to me, Mark Henry wasn't even a mid. He was a low mid-carder. He had no gimmick other than he was the world's strongest man. And that was his gimmick. I mean, the problem with Mark Henry, which is even now, was that he got hurt too much. He's like Kevin Nash is now. He walks in the ring, I broke my leg. I sprained. I tore my ACL. That was the problem with Mark Henry for all along, is that he kept often injured. He's often injured. John Cena, think about the Attitude Era. I'm a proponent of the Attitude Era. It was nitty, it was gritty, it was entertaining. I got to say the father of the Attitude Era had to be Stone Cold, because he started it at the Royal Rumble. No, I'm sorry, the King of the Ring with Austin 316. The Rock surpassed Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I gotta say, D-Generation X. Those 3 guys, well, technically 4 guys, but really, I put them as a group. Stone Cold, The Rock, D-Generation X. Those 3 guys were the kings of the Attitude Era. So it was really, I can't feel, although Billy Gunn and Road Dogg were part of DX, and they had their moments. It was really Shawn and Triple H, because they had they're the ones that, well, technically they did all the mic stuff. They had all the mic time, and when they did that assault on WCW, when they went to the headquarters and everything like that, you saw Triple H and Shawn. So it was really those guys that were the kings of the Attitude Era. And here's my thing as far as going back to why people don't like John Cena. Shawn Michaels has gone from a face to a heel to a face. He transitions. And when he does both, he does it very well. When you like Shawn Michaels, you like Shawn Michaels. But then he has a tendency where he will turn on the fans, and then he's like, oh man, I can't stand him. But at the same time, you're like, I can't stand him, but I like him, but I respect him, because when he goes out there, he's giving me everything that I can see, and it's genuine, and it's not like what I'm saying. Like, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. When Monday Night Raw, told you we do history here. Monday Night Raw was in the ballroom type thing up in New York City. Shawn Michaels got jumped in a bar. He came in Raw, he had a black eye. And I think he was in New York and they were calling him gay. And, you know, John Cena acts like they're not saying anything. I'm just above it. Shawn Michaels confronted the fans about what they were saying about him. And he was like, oh, you wish, yada, 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 going back and forth. Then he went back to what he was out in the ring for. John Cena, when people yell at him and stuff like that, it's like he doesn't care. He doesn't interact with the fans or anything like that, like Shawn Michaels did. Same thing with Bret Hart. Bret Hart, I liked him, excellence of execution. He interacted when the fans were like booing him. What are you booing me for? Are you crazy? I'm Bret Hart. And you know, he went back and forth. He didn't act like he did not care. The problem with John Cena is, number one, they overplay him as far as his superhero. Oh my God, Cena's so strong, and this, that, and the other. Ever since the stupid turn of the belt from the last of the Doctor of Thugonomics, is just ridiculous. And ever since that, again, when he was a Doctor of Thugonomics, I actually liked John Cena then, because he had a certain swag about him. I was like, yo, I like this kid. But when he became the so-called face of the company, when he became the Intercontinental Champion and they made the belt spin, and then he became Heavyweight Champion and they made that spin, and every belt was just a spinning belt, this, that, and the other. And people started booing him, and he just like, yeah, thanks. That's my problem with John Cena. That is my problem with John Cena.
So your problem with John Cena is because when people boo him, he acts like he doesn't care, and he doesn't go out to get up in the fan space and go, oh, I'm stupid, oh, you hate me, oh, I hate you too.
Right, exactly. He acts like he's above it all. Like he shouldn't be, like, you have no reason to boo me. You should like me because I'm the hero. And I'm sorry, I pay good money. If I want to boo you, I boo you. But you darn sure better acknowledge me that I'm booing you. Don't sit there and act like I'm not. No, well, he does not. No, he does not. No, when he does it with the cynicism where he's like, oh, yeah, you guys always do that. Like forget you. It's that kind of like, oh, now you're just belittling me like I'm stupid or whatever. And that's the problem. That's why whenever you see Hogan was asked, Ric Flair was asked, Shawn Michaels was asked, same question. Why is it that this WWE universe, the wrestling universe, fuck the WWE universe, the wrestling universe, that's WCW, WWF, UWF, AWA, TNA, all those guys, why is it that the fans love Stone Cold? Why is it that they love The Rock? Why is it that they love Hogan? Why is it that they love Shawn Michaels? Why is it that they love Triple H? Why is it that they love Nash and Hall? Why is it that they love Ric Flair? Why is it that they love Sting and Luger? Why is it that they love Mick Foley? Why is it that they love all these guys? But when it comes to John Cena, why is it that the fans have not warmed up to him? Why is it that no one likes him? And I will give what Paul Heyman said last week is that, you know, he stuck it out. Again, Stone Cold got hurt. The Rock went into movies. Shawn Michaels stuck it out as long as he could. His body just gave out. Same thing with Triple H. Same thing with The Undertaker. By the way, I saw the picture of The Undertaker. Yo,
he took a picture of somebody.
Yeah, dude. What I tell you, take is over. Everybody, and your boy Adi. It's like he can do it. No, if you seen the picture that I seen, take look 95.
Well, you do know he dyes his hair black when he comes back.
I understand he dyes his hair black.
So he makes himself look younger.
Okay. Even when he
know he's old.
Look, I said Take is old. Even when he dyed his hair black, he still look old. I mean, come on. But back to John Cena. Those guys, even Edge. I forgot about Edge. Kurt Angle, Jeff Hardy. These guys, they have an interaction with the fans. Whether you like me or whether you boo me, I acknowledge you who you are. That you are the fan, that you paid money to come to the arena to watch me, that you paid money to watch me on television, pay for my pay-per-view, to tweet me, to Facebook me, to whatever. You did all that. I acknowledge that, and whether I like it or not, I have to acknowledge you because everything that I'm doing for the fans. John Cena can give a hoot about the wrestling fans. Does he do a lot for the Make-A-Wish Foundation? He is number one for that. He is awesome. There's no one that comes close to what he does for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Bar none, he is the greatest of all time for that. But when it comes to the wrestling fans, the community, and stuff like that, John Cena is wrong.
So you're telling me if John Cena acknowledges the people who tell him he sucks, who tell him you're no good, who tells him you can't wrestle, if he acknowledges them, then fans will start to like him, and you'll start to like him. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. If he stops doing that, like I'm above you, and I don't care, like it doesn't bother me. It's not that I want it to bother you. But you should acknowledge, come on guys, that you're booing me. Like a couple weeks ago, we all felt when he was like this, like, oh, here it goes. What I want to see him go heel, I think it would be great for his character to go heel.
He won't, and I'll tell you why. I saw the article today. It read that, what did it say? Okay, I can't remember everything it said, but I remember it said that WWE does not want him to go heel.
He can't go heel because there's no one else to rival him as a face.
The WWE just doesn't want him. Whether if it was to rival him as a face or not, the WWE just doesn't want him to go heel.
There's no look. You have the face, you have the heel, and then you have the middle, which is the Stone Colder. Everybody can't be a feel. That's a face heel. Where hey, I love this guy because he's bad, and he kicks butt. Mankind, he booed, but we loved Mankind or whatever, and he gave it back to the fans. John Cena doesn't do that, and when you see him talk to the fans, it doesn't come off as genuine. It comes off as a script. It comes off as a script. If you compare him, the stuff that he says back to the fans and stuff like that, it doesn't come off as genuine like those guys, Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Edge. It doesn't come off like that. It doesn't. It comes off that it's scripted. I'm reading something right now. I just want to thank all the fans because you're the reason why I'm here. You're the reason why I fight. And it's just like he's bad acting. And that's why the people can't get it. And if you want to really know about it, can he wrestle? Can John Cena wrestle? That's our second question. Can John Cena wrestle? There was a match years ago where Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart first met for the title. Was it the Montreal School Job? Yeah, it was the Montreal School Job. Bret Hart was leaving to go to WCW. And the talk was Bret Hart was a technical wrestler and he was a submission specialist. Shawn Michaels was quick and he was a high flyer. So you had two opposite sides. And how were they gonna clash? And can Shawn Michaels take it to the mat? Because Bret Hart is not a high flyer. He's more of a grappler, and he wants to keep it on the ground. Where Shawn Michaels is quick, and he wants to get to the air, and he wants to end it quick. That match, if you go back and look at the tape, Shawn Michaels did a heck of a job grappling back and forth with Bret Hart. He was doing technical moves. He was basically, as far as the best technical wrestlers, Daniel Bryan's one, Ric Flair's another, Bret Hart's another, Kurt Hennig is another, who is that guy? Di Malenko is one, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero is another. As far as technical wrestlers, like they're doing it old school style, technical, whatever. Shawn Michaels met Bret Hart head on, because even during the match, everyone was the announcers was like, "Wow, Shawn Michaels is really going toe to toe with Bret Hart in a technical style." John Cena has one style. He runs into the corner, and there's a shoulder block. He runs into the corner, there's a shoulder block. He hits him with the AA, 5-knuckle shuffle, and then it's over. Oh, he has the STF, FU, and I think that's about it. But as far as technical, I don't see him. His skills are limited in the ring. I'm trying to think. Think of all, okay, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. All the great matches Jeff Hardy's had. Cage matches, Hell in a Cell, whatever. I've never seen John Cena do what Matt Hardy did. I've never seen John Cena do what Edge did in match. Brought it up to that level that Edge had brought. Shawn Michaels, never seen him bring it up to that level where if you've seen Shawn Michaels like, yo, I don't like Shawn Michaels, but he gave a heck of a match. I've never seen him bring it up to that level that those guys did. Triple H, I'll even say Triple H, I'll say The Rock, I'll say Stone Cold. Taking it up to that level, like when you leave, like, oh man, that was just a great match. That was it. Again, in the beginning, there was a match between John Cena and The Undertaker. John Cena actually gave The Undertaker a great match. And John Cena did like this to The Undertaker, because he was like, I'm just that close. He was very cocky. Again, I liked it. Undertaker was like, okay, shook his hand or whatever and did like that. His rivalry with Kurt Angle was pretty good. But again, somewhere down the line, he just got one-dimensional. He got one-dimensional. And that's all you get with Bret Hart. It's kind of Hulk Hogan-ish, because Hulk Hogan, what's his moves?
The leg drop.
That's it. Hogan will fight you, and then he's pumping up. You. And then swing into the rope, the high knee to the face, leg drop, bam, it's over. Look at John Cena. John Cena's shoulder block, AU.
That's not AA, that's the
AA.
That's his side slam.
His side slam, 5-knuckle shuffle.
Then AA.
Well, 5-knuckle shuffle, AA, and then it's over. After getting beat for 20 minutes, for 95 minutes of the match.
I'll admit, I've seen a lot of John Cena matches where he does that. He gets beaten up, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he hits a couple shoulder blocks, hits that AA. They may kick out, and then they may go for their move, Cena reverse it into an AA, and then it's over.
And here's another thing. The WCW did, the WWE, they got away from what the WWF was doing. The WCW was about wrestling as far as wrestling names. This is Ric Flair. This is Lex Luger. This is Sting. This is Harlem Heat. This is Hall. This is Nash. This is Hogan. This is Chris Benoit. This is Chris Jericho. This is Norman Smiley. I used to like Norman Smiley, by the way. WWE. This is The Undertaker. The Widowmaker. The Berserker. They went with character gimmicks versus the names. A lot of their wrestlers had gimmicks where they actually had superpowers or Gangrel, the Vampire, and stuff like that. They went with more gimmicky stuff and they could wrestle. Versus WCW, this is the name and we're going with the wrestler.
Okay.
So again, to me, I think that's why
I'll tell you this.
The wrestling universe doesn't like John Cena, because the stuff that he does isn't genuine. It seems scripted.
I'll tell you what, like he said he does what the WWE tells him to do, his boss or whatever. You said a couple weeks ago that John Cena does some stuff, but there was a video a while ago with John Cena and his girlfriend Nikki, whatever, and like she was like, you should really go heel or anything like that, and he was like, no, I can't. He's like, I don't want to. He's like, but you really do. He's like, yeah, I can do it, but I do what the WWE tells me to do, my boss. and they don't want me to go heel.
And let me ask you a question. Where did he say that at? On what show was that?
That was on YouTube, but it got taken down.
Huh?
It was on YouTube, but it got taken down. I saw it on the
Again,
article.
if he does what the WWE wanted him to do, again,
So,
John Cena
they
is
want him to
hold
do-
on, no. John Cena is the face of the company.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever he decides that he wants to do, he has the ability to do it because he's done it. It's been proven. Mick Foley said it. Paul Heyman has said it. A lot of wrestlers have said John Cena has control over his character. John Cena doesn't go heel because John Cena doesn't want to go heel.
Well, he also said, he said, I don't want to go heel, and also because WWE doesn't want me to go heel.
His character, the Doctor of Thugonomics, is whatever. They're thinking of it as money-wise because they don't want to lose all the kids because they're spending a lot of money and stuff like that.
Like you said, they need another Hulk Hogan. John Cena's the Hulk Hogan of this era. They need him to stay the good guy. The only difference is they don't want him going heel.
They don't want a Hollywood Hogan, even though I think if John Cena went rogue and heel, it would make more money because he would just go to the black. If he just like Hogan went black and white with the NWO, John Cena can go to black and white. By the way, Jack Swagger's shirt is ugly. What a blue shirt with a red hand. Man, get the heck! What the heck is that? Come on, somebody didn't. At least you can make the hand into a flag with the stars right here, or the stars right here, and you got stripes or something like that. You got a dumb red hand over your shirt. Who did that? His mom? All right, so let's get into Monday Night Raw.
All right, so of course we already talked about the beginning with that the Hall of Famers Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair coming out talking about John Cena doing his rematch. Hogan was the only one who stuck up for him. He's basically like, Cena can do it. He's John Cena. He's the one. And Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair were just like, no. He got decimated. And he said it over and over again. He said, he got decimated. I don't think he should do it. Yada, yada, yada. Cena, like he said, Cena comes out. He was like, I got beat.
He didn't really acknowledge it.
He's like,
what's the word? He nonchalantly acknowledged, yeah, I got my butt beat, but I'm gonna beat him this time.
Yeah.
You just watch.
That's what he said.
Watch the scene.
He was all serious, like I thought he was gonna go heel, but he was all serious.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna play. Go ahead and talk what else while we're doing this.
Well, yeah, he was acting all serious, like, okay, is he heel now? Until I read what I read today, don't look like he ever gonna go heel, but he acted like he was all serious, acting just like, I'm bad now, whatever. It was just okay.
It was stupid. It was stupid.
All right, let's see here.
There's that ugly shirt I was telling you about.
That was a 100% beatdown.
Mm-hmm.
But Sean, insightful as always. You said a fight like that changes a man. And you're right, it does change a man. Because after being dropped on my head damn near 20 times, when I come to in the training room and the doctor asked me, what do I want to do? My answer was simple, I want to fight Brock Lesnar again. No. I see how you're looking at me. I see how you're looking at me. Good for you, John, but you got killed in there. Why do you want to take a beat down like that again? I stood in there and took a beat down that a lot of people wouldn't stand in there and take. So why would I want to do that again? Am I crazy? Sean, I don't plan on doing it again. I'm going to bring the fight to Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions.
That's the same thing he said at SummerSlam. He's going
And
to.
I know you have your doubts, and Nate, I know you have your doubts. Hulkster, I thank you for all your support, but I want you to look at me when I'm talking to you. This rematch is the biggest rematch of my entire life. But I am not going to Night of Champions to beat Brock Lesnar. I'm going to Night of Champions to beat Brock Lesnar's ass.
And again, it sounds so scripted. So scripted. Like, I don't even believe you, because don't sit there and act like you all tough. You're gonna do it. Nah. Nah, and matter of fact, Ric Flair feuded with Ricky Steamboat in WCW. Great feud, by the way. Ricky Steamboat had Flair's number. Flair acknowledged, yo, I don't know if I can beat this guy. This guy is finally do it. Their last match, which was on, that's one thing I loved about WCW back in the day. They didn't wait to pay-per-views. They fought it like on their what was their show? Clash of the Champions, which was their pay-per-view, which I loved about them. Him and Ricky Steamboat battling, and I think they fought like on a Saturday afternoon, and Ric Flair won. When Ric Flair fought Vader dominated Ric Flair like Brock Lesnar did John Cena. Ric Flair acknowledged it, was like, yeah, this cat, you know, he beat me. I don't know if I could beat him, but you know, I'm styling, I'm profiling, I'm gonna go out there and give my all. Their final match, Ric Flair gets it done. Mad respect. John Cena doesn't acknowledge Brock Lesnar. Oh yeah, he beat me and stuff like that. But then he acts like he didn't get dominated or anything like that. He act like I'm going to do this. You should have did it through a SummerSlam. Let's get to the other matches.
All right,
because we're running out of time.
Then we had Rusev versus Jack Swagger.
I don't understand this match at all.
Why can't you just let the guy win?
No, I don't understand. Okay, you didn't win for 4th of July. You didn't win for SummerSlams. He didn't beat you and everything, whatever. Because what was the last paper? Extreme Rules?
No, it was the last SummerSlam. The one before that was Battleground.
Battleground. Okay.
That's when he beat him by countout.
Okay, he lost. So I was like, oh, they're saving it for SummerSlam. That's the summer, 4th of July, whatever. It's close by.
And they had you believing that he was going to win.
And
he passed out.
The whole Stone Cold thing, by the way. And then you have him fight here on Raw.
Again, thinking he's going to win.
And Jack was like, oh, I got him, I got his number. But Rusev wouldn't give out. But then Rusev just I don't know where Undertaker then jumped up and beat him and started beating him down. And then they called the match because Jack couldn't defend himself. I don't understand that. Now they're going to put him and Bo Lee together for some dumb reason. Again, it's kind of confusing. Is he the American that, again, I always said Jack Swagger will look better going up against Rusev than Big E did. And he has. The problem was there was too much talking versus action. And now it's just like, I don't understand what they're doing with it. Jack is going back until before he left the WWE and came back with Zed. Because think about it, before he left and came back with Zed, he had lost like every match that he got into. I don't understand it. It's just stupid. And now he's in there with dumb leave that they're going to be teammates or a tag team or whatever.
Yeah. All right, so
I don't think they're going to feud. I think they're going to become a tag team.
Anyway, then we had Cesaro versus Rob Van Dam for the #1 contender for the United States Championship, and Cesaro won.
Rob is old. His time is up, but he's somebody that, you know, still gives a pretty good show. He has the best frog splash out there. He has the best frog splash out there.
He's there just to help push people over. He's not really there to, you know, make a name for himself.
He's still doing a pretty good job. He still has some pretty good matches, but you can show that he shows his age. He's showing his age. Cesaro, again, I have to blame Daniel Bryan because Cesaro was on his way up. He was on his way up after he split with Swagger. He think about it. Okay, when was WrestleMania? 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
In April.
April, May, June, July, August. 4 months ago, he won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
The first of many.
What did he do after that? He signed with Paul Heyman.
Which makes sense.
They won some matches and then he lost and then they split and then it's just like his stock was going up when he was with Swagger.
He doesn't even do the swing anymore.
His stock was going up and then all of a sudden they just stopped. Again, he's falling off the face of the earth. I don't know what, maybe they're trying to grab some of that back or whatever. I think it has something to do with the interest music.
Alright, so then we had Paige versus Natalya.
Hold on, but I said it was Daniel Bryan's fault. Why? Because Cesaro's stock was on the way up. Daniel Bryan gets hurt. So therefore, well, Cesaro, we can't push you up like you're doing because now Daniel Bryan, I'm telling you, it is. And even
Daniel Bryan, for everyone who was on their way up, Daniel Bryan gets hurt. It's his fault. Everyone all of a sudden goes down.
Exactly.
You can't blame everything on Daniel Bryan.
You have to blame. And I know your boy Adi's looking at it. Sorry, Adi, but again, it all falls on Daniel Bryan because look at all these guys that stock was going up. Cesaro, Roman Reigns, Bray Wyatt, because they had to move John Cena to here. Now that integral piece out there is now moved, so Bray Wyatt has to feud with Jericho, which is not working. And here's Roman Reigns. Well, it looked like him and John Cena was gonna start feuding. That's not working because we got to put John Cena as the top guy now. Here's Cesaro, who was getting some slack and stuff like that, but now it's. Unfortunately, Daniel Bryan. Somebody needs to step up. Because all you got right now, unfortunately, I can't say Brock's up there, even though he's a World Heavyweight Champion. But Cena still is the top guy in the WWE. And after Cena, who do you really have? You got Orton, Roman Reigns.
They're saying Roman Reigns is going to be the next Cena. He's not going to be exactly like Cena, but he'll be the next top face. Alright, anyway, so we have Paige and Natalya, pretty okay. Paige ends up winning, and then AJ comes out, does her weird little thing, saying, I love you, Paige, and everything like that.
I didn't see it.
And, you know, she hugs her, kisses her hand, and just walks away, or skips away.
I didn't see it. Didn't care.
Then we had the eulogy of Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins came in the ring, and they're just like, you know, Dean Ambrose was a good wrestler, you know, but if he had just learned his place, he would still be with us. Everything like that.
I thought that was pretty good.
And then all of a sudden Roman Reigns comes out. So now it looks like Roman Reigns is not inserting himself with Seth Rollins to get revenge for Dean Ambrose. Because before it was like Roman Reigns didn't even care about, okay, we split from the shit, alright, the show's a path, I'm going forward to the championship or whatever.
It was cool that he stuck up for his boy though.
Yes. Alright. Then we had the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust. And for the tag team titles, Goldust and Stardust ended up winning, but by countout.
Are they going heel because they attacked the Usos?
I think they went heel.
Are they named Dust to Dust now? Dust to Dust? I don't know. I have no idea because they, again, I still like their music. But Dust to Dust with the Usos. And then there's the Usos are going to possibly become the longest reigning tag team champions.
Well, they're only right now, they're the 5th longest reigning tag team champion.
Well, who's above them?
I don't know. I just heard him say it on Monday.
Well, anyway, go ahead.
Alright, so then...
I don't know what they're going to do with that. Although Mark Henry and Big Show are a tag team now, and they kind of got a good feud going on with the Wyatts. But again, I still... The Wyatts and the Usos took it to the level that no tag team yet currently has done with the Usos, and based on the match that I saw on Monday Night Raw, I don't see Dust to Dust doing that with the Usos and having like that, oh, y'all stole the show match like the Wyatts did.
The Wyatts was doing some moves that you didn't think they could ever do. They was flying.
And
they was trying. They was trying.
I'm sorry, Big Slow is Big Slow. Big Henry is Big Brook. So I'm just sorry, they can't do it.
Alright, so then we had Brock Lesnar's promo video. He finds out that John Cena hasn't booked his rematch card, and he's like, Paul Heyman's like, he feels insulted. He was like, Brock Lesnar tried to let you go off easy. He tried to let you, you know, finish your career, do what you gotta do. He lets you off easy, and you come back and you challenge him. He's like he feels threatened by this, and he's like, now I'm seriously gonna end you now, and it's gonna happen at Night of Champions. It's over. This is the last night the WWE Universe is gonna see you. It's over for you.
I didn't see it, but just hearing about it, I liked it.
Alright, so then we had
Wait a minute. If you can easily tell that story, how come you can't get good grades in school and stuff like that? How come you can't remember to take the trash out on time, or clean your room, or clean the bathroom, or sweep the floor and stuff like that? But you can sit there and go word for word, verbatim, with what Paul Heyman just said over 24 hours ago, but did you take out the trash? Oh man, I forgot. Did you clean your room? Oh, I forgot. Did you clean the bathroom? Oh, I forgot. Did you take out the trash? Oh, I forgot.
Okay, let's see here. What I just said is all right here.
No, that ain't all right there.
Okay, this is a different page, but what
No, you just recited everything for what Paul Heyman basically said yesterday. That's not on your phone. What you just said. No, it is not. No, they didn't. You was like, he said. Man, please, let's go to the next one. Simply Steve, y'all.
Whatever.
That's your boy, Adi. That's your boy.
Whatever. Then we had Damien Sandow versus Dolph Ziggler. It was supposed to be Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz, but Damien, he had a stunt double, so now he had Damien Miz or whatever.
I don't even care.
He started off good, whatever.
Damien Sandow has fell into 3MB, the comic routine of wrestling. Sometimes it works, if that's what your job is to work. And go ahead.
Then we had the Bella Twins. Jerry Lawler was in the ring. He was trying to get them to come together and be sisters again.
Finally, she said it. What you said last week. You left me and you didn't think about me and this, that, and the other. And I got beat up and stuff like that. She said it. Whatever. We're gonna wait till their feud. Who cares?
We had Roman Reigns versus Kane and Seth Rollins. Looks like Roman Reigns was gonna win until Seth Rollins hit him in the back with the briefcase.
He did win. He won by DQ.
What I'm talking about, by pinfall. So he won by DQ. They started beating him down, and then they had to build the cinder blocks again, and they were going to do what they did to Dean Ambrose. It didn't work out. And then Roman Reigns picked up one of the bricks, and he's about to throw it at Seth Rollins'
And
head.
see, here's the thing that I don't understand, because is the feud between Roman Reigns and Randy Orton over?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, it must be over now. If they're over, see, on SmackDown they had a fight after Roman Reigns' match, but Randy Orton wasn't on Raw, or he may not have came out. I don't know, but it looks like he's transitioning to take on Seth Rollins now. I don't know. Then we had Los Matadores versus Slater Gator.
The heck?
So you need Darren Young to go with Heath Slater.
I would have left Darren Young. And I don't even want to say why. I would have left Darren Young sucked. He just basically was no good. He's not a good wrestler. He didn't have a good character. He did not have a good... Actually, when he was in NXT, his Hollywood Beach Boy with he had the top, the high fade with the blonde hair up top and stuff like that. I actually liked that gimmick because it kind of reminded me of a little bit of Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels a little bit. But this little thing that he's been doing after that and with the pick, that was stupid. I'm glad he's gone. He's not on TV anymore. I don't want to see him. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
We have Bo Dallas versus Kofi Kingston, and Bo Dallas won.
Yeah, okay. We all saw Bo Dallas mess up that move. The fans in the arena saw him mess up that move.
Even Jerry Lawler said he messed it up.
But he still went with it versus... Look, you can't go with it and try to sell it after you messed up. No, you gotta. They should have a contingency. All right, let's try it again and let's do something, whatever, just in case. No, that was just
okay. He messed up. Kobe could have had that. Okay, he was Kobe going to at least push him away and give him an opportunity for him to do it again.
Exactly.
Anyway, then we had the Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. John Cena acting like he's Brock Lesnar or whatever, trying to be big and bad and mean, beating Bray Wyatt down. Bray Wyatt basically got no punching, and then it broke out into a 6-man.
Yeah, that was just
I didn't want to see that.
That was stupid. I felt cheated.
And that's pretty much it. Oh wait, Cena won. They won by Cena making a Luke Harper tap out. Then Cena's just standing there all angry, and then so comes Eric Rowan. He gets an AA. Bray Wyatt comes AA. Then Luke gives Eric Rowan an AA.
Again, I thought it was just stupid. And
That was
trying to sell him at again.
They're trying to build him up. They're trying to build him up and get him ready for
don't
Night of
buy
Champions.
it. I don't buy it. Anyway, so what else is happening in wrestling? Bully Ray, aka Bubba Ray, his contract is up in TNA, as well as Devon's. Would they possibly? And apparently he's still in good standing because whenever he does an interview, he always talks well about WWE. So look for possibly him coming back. Well, hold on.
Because they've been denying him.
Tag team division could use the Dudley Boys. And there's no better way if they're going to retire to go out on top than in the WWE. And the again, like I said, the tag team division can use the Dudley
I
Boys.
think it'd be interesting if Dudley Boys against the Usos.
What else?
Or even
Kurt Angle also
Trying to come
contract is up.
They ain't letting them.
Possibly. I don't know. I think they said Kurt slept with Stephanie. I don't know.
They ain't letting him. That's all I know. They're like, he tried to come back. Vince and Triple H like, nah, he ain't coming back.
They should let him come back. I think because they need Kurt Angle to offset because of what Daniel Bryan did getting hurt. They need a guy to come in there.
Speaking of Daniel Bryan,
he's not coming back till November.
Yeah, he's being advertised in November for the European tour, and when they say he's supposed to get like some lead base what do you call it?
Tommy John surgery?
Yeah. Supposed to be getting that. He's supposed to be out for like 3 or 4 months, and it's like even if he can't wrestle, he'll still be there, to entertain people and like that. So
okay.
they need star power.
What else? TNA is moving to Wednesdays, which is weird.
SmackDown's moving back to Thursday.
And the thing is, I don't understand what they're gonna do because it hasn't been announced as far as if they've been picked up by a different network, because Spike TV is dropping them. So unless they go WGN, that's a network, and they pick them up for like a late night schedule, like 3 a.m. or something like that. But as of right now, I would love to see Divine and Bubba Ray come back to the WWE.
We can have a whole rivalry review
to have to help with the tag teams. That will be awesome to see, because I think the tag team division is trying to get there, but no.
And with Kurt Angle coming back, he can always feud with Brock.
And if you have Kurt Angle, yeah, that would be a good feud with Brock. But I would like to see Kurt Angle feud with John Cena. Again, you have somebody.
That's
big. John Cena is the big name, and Kurt Angle was a part of that Attitude Era as well. So Kurt Angle still in his prime, still good and stuff like that. If he came back, then you have something to work with. Matter of fact, I would love to see Kurt Angle versus Daniel Bryan, because those are both grapplers, submission specialists, and stuff like that. So them going back and forth. Then you just don't have John Cena. It kind of puts back. Okay, we got The Rock and Stone Cold. You got Sting and Ric Flair, and you have the NWO and Hogan and stuff like that. So you have all these different avenues that you can go versus just that one main street that leads to John Cena. So hopefully they come. I saw something where I think Jeff Hardy there was an interview with Chavo Guerrero, and Chavo was doing indie leagues right now. He said he likes it. He talked about WWE, loves it, missed it, and the guy asked him, he said, hey, would you ever go back to WWE or TNA? And he says, I would go back. He says, I'm not sure if I'll go back to WWE simply because of the schedule. The schedule was rough, and I like being with my family. He said, I would never go back to TNA. He was like, they don't know what they're doing over there. He was like, at first when I got there, it was like, okay, but then it's just like, the bottom fell out, and nobody knows what they're doing over there, and this, that, and the other. And he was just like, it's ridiculous. All this stuff. He's like, I would never go back there. If they pay, no matter what they paid me. He was like, I'd never go back there. So,
speaking of someone coming back, Triple H tried to get Alberto Del Rio to come back. He was like, you want the job back, you can have it back. But Del Rio refused, and he said he does not want to come back to WWE. John Cena, Big Show, and a couple other guys tried to vouch for him. Like, come on, man, we got your back. We'll stick up for you. Come on, just come back. And he's like, nope, not coming back.
Alberto was in an indie show in Mexico, and they gave him the mic, and he talked about going to America, and he was like, but I ran into racism, and it looks like the racism won. Basically, he was saying the racism, so he was confirming that this person said something racial towards him, that's why he slapped him, and he was like, racism won. He said, but I'm not going to stand for it, and that's why I slapped the guy, basically what he said. At this indie show.
Triple H said that Triple H told him, just lay low for a while. We're going to have to let you go, but just lay low, get yourself calmed down, and then you can come back. He's like, nope, I'm not coming back.
I don't blame it. Did they do a CM Punk chant?
When AJ was out, I think so.
Well, hopefully CM Punk is rumored to come back next week on Raw.
No, he's not.
We need CM Punk. We need CM
As
Punk.
badly as we need him.
We need him
he
because
ain't come back.
it's
Well, okay, let's say
of
how many.
Daniel Bryan. We need CM Punk.
Okay, I will say, is it a possibility that he can come back? Yeah, because there's been a lot of guys who said they're never coming back to WWE, but they came back. Guys like Bret Hart, he's came back. Austin Moore, he came back. So is it a possibility for CM Punk come back?
Well, let's look at the reason why they came back. Johnny Manziel, aka Johnny Football. It's about the money. Ultimate Warrior came back. What did they have when Ultimate Warrior come back? All of a sudden, Ultimate Warrior had a comic book. Every time Warrior came back, it had something to do with a comic book that he was trying to promote. Who better than the WWE to promote your comic book to make you money and stuff like that? So the Ultimate Warrior came back for the money. Bret Hart hadn't been wrestling or whatever. Got sick. Hope he's doing well. He got an opportunity to come back in WWE with his niece and British Bulldog son and Tyson Kidd, and it was all for the money. But I mean, it's good to see him back because him and Vince put things aside, and he said that he could understand why Vince did what he did because of what Alundra Blaze did with the women's title that time. So we'll see.
But it's still a positive. He said he don't need the money.
Who?
Punk. He said he don't need it or he don't want it. But
Punk doesn't need the money.
But you know,
he has an apartment, which is a very nice apartment. I saw it online. It's a very nice apartment, but I think he should come back.
It's always possible
because matter of fact, CM Punk, he reminds me of Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels.
Kind of was
because
anti-hero doesn't care
because when he's a heel, oh man, you just can't stand him. When he was straight edge, you just couldn't stand him. When he turned heel again, when he joined with Paul Heyman, oh, you just couldn't stand him, but you loved him. When he went up against Cena, oh, you was rooting for him and stuff like that. You just loved him because he gave it to you.
Against Cena, they gonna cheer for him.
Well, even when he went up against Jericho as a face, it was like you were still rooting for this guy because he's good. Just give him a mic and he says what we want to hear. And it's like, yeah, we all do think Cena sucked. He can't wrestle. So,
well, CM Punk, he like he said, he says was for real. Like that one time when he sat up on that stage, and they basically like, here, say what you want to say.
Well, I think that time Jim Ross did Monday Night Raw, and he was sitting next to King, and I think Vince McMahon was sitting there, and he was like, "Why do you think all these guys just leaving and going to the WCW and stuff like that?" Well, Jim, you the one that got rid of Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett was a great talent, and the reason why he left WWE to go to WCW for that little stint, then going over to TNA, it was because of Jim Ross. Jim Ross messed up that deal, or he would have still been in JEFF, Jeff Jarrett. So that's about it right now.
I know why. What's his name went there?
Who?
We call it Macho Man. I know why he went there. I saw it when I was watching Monday Night.
They offered him the money in WWE.
He wasn't wrestling. He was on commentary.
He was commentary because WWE didn't have anything for him.
I'm saying that's why I knew why he left, because you know he wanted to wrestle and they had enough room.
All right, so for $9.99, you had WWE Network. $9.99. Or is it 9.99?
How much is it? $9.99.
So for Stephen J, Simply Steve, we're talking about wrestling. It's over. We'll be back. We'll see you next week. You know why? Because it's Daniel Bryan's fault. And Cena sucks.